Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining Amanda and myself this morning. We serve as program administrators with the Mass Save program, and the Mass Save Community First Partnership program is one of the programs that Amanda and I are leads on. Amanda, I don't know if you want to briefly introduce yourself. Well, I'm Ruth Georges. I forgot to mention that.
Amanda Formica. I work at National Grid on our residential energy efficiency strategy team for Massachusetts.
All right. And as we mentioned together, our collective utility companies, we are Mass Save. And as one, we form Mass Save, and our common goal is to help residents and businesses across Massachusetts to save money on energy efficiency. Our state leads as a model of what it means to successfully administer energy efficiency programs. And we together, we work to make good happen for Massachusetts as utility companies. Our energy efficiency programs that are sponsored are the energy efficiency program that when you hear sometimes the word sponsor, it's associated with Mass Save. We try to make sure that our programs are consistent across all PAs. We include online energy assessments. People can do statewide hotlines to connect to our programs. In the next 3-year plan, we want to make sure that customers have a personalized experience, a real place-based approach, meaning some people might want an online assessment, then go directly to weatherization. So rather, no matter what areas of their home they're looking to increase energy efficiency, we're really trying our best to meet our customers where they are. Our energy efficient programs are funded by a small charge on customers' bills, as well as by regional greenhouse gas initiative funds. Since customers already pay into these funds, we want to be able to make sure that they can access them in a way that works for them. Next slide. So one of the reasons we like to use this image to kind of explain energy efficiency is that it is not something that's just residential, it's not just commercial, it's in all buildings. And energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task and eliminating energy waste. So decarbonizing and reducing residential and commercial energy use, reducing energy and cost and the cost burden is really important to our program on reducing that cost on our customers. No matter if someone is a renter or a homeowner, they financially feel the impact of not having an energy efficient home. And that's no good for our program, that's no good for our planet. So a part of what our program wants to do is, this program specifically too, is to demystify energy efficiency in all communities. Understanding the type of energy improvements that can increase energy efficiency in a residential and commercial building is important to decarbonizing. And so a part of that is really educating customers, residents around the value of the Mass Save programs. And that is a part of getting towns, communities, community-based organizations, state agencies really involved in clean energy and energy efficiency, and really thinking through the different components of a home and how you can make more of these spaces in your home more energy efficient. Next slide. The Mass Save Community First Partnership Program has recently been redesigned to provide even more enhancements, more of a place-based approach, more of a space where we can hear from community-based organizations and from municipalities and towns on the best ways to reach their residents and to engage them in energy efficiency. So the program is designed to leverage local knowledge and trusted relationships and experience from all of these many stakeholders. And the goal overall is to increase awareness and measurable participation in the program. Program administrators are really thinking through critically, how can we be more flexible, place-based, and provide opportunities to be collaborative over the next 3 years to create a clearer channel of communication between participating municipalities and community-based organizations to our programs, build local knowledge and capacity around what energy efficiency programs are, adapt at local levels to reach more people with energy efficiency savings, help municipalities towards their energy reduction climate and resiliency goals. We see ourselves as a major stakeholder in being able to reach to do that locally. And we really want to play as an active partner in that role. We also want to provide an avenue for nonprofits and municipalities to connect with our work together, to connect our work to the work that they're doing, to see the connection in our work in public health, and how it overall supports the development of communities and reducing the cost on the grid and just decarbonizing their communities. Next slide. So our program, specifically around the Community First Partnership program, it really focuses on increasing participation in our programs and around increasing energy savings. The redesign of this program really has honed down on, increasing participation with renters, moderate income residents, non-English speaking residents, and small businesses. That is the core components of this program. And the role of the Community First Partnership is to provide community partners with teams with materials and information, so to arm them with materials to be successful in this program, to help them reach more individuals and residents in their community, and to really capitalize on existing relationships and programs and organizations that are already in the community, and to provide incentives that will support their ability to increase participation in the program. And then in turn, it reduces the cost of our customers on the cost of utilities. And in turn, it helps and encourages more residents and small businesses to participate in the program. There are three programs that customers in the target group can be part of. That's our residential, which includes extra incentives for 60 to 80% median income residents, income eligible, which is anyone under the 60% of the median income, and our incentives are and all incentives are 100%. And small businesses, which also include nonprofits, house of worships, and micro businesses, can participate in these incentives. We want to, of course, partner, just looking at the model of the program, we're partnering with our local stakeholders, targeting to reach these particular subset of customers. We want to include stronger connections locally. We want to support a community-led outreach, and we want to establish a two-way communication with program sponsors. This next application, we are looking to accept 20 teams, and by teams, we mean either 20 community-based organizations or 20 municipalities, or joint collaborations that create teams across the state. We are also targeting environmental justice communities. And so by doing that, our goal is to really work with the cities and towns that feel the most of the cost of the energy burden and have the lowest participation rates in our program. As program sponsors, we look to scale our success by being inclusive and really moving our customers that are part of our program from being hard to reach to mostly engaged. And so we're hoping as a part of the goal of this program that our outreach will not only reach more customers, but it'll raise awareness around the value of this program and its overall connection to the state's goals around decarbonization. Amanda?
Yeah, next slide. So I should mention that the eligibility of this program, so it's for municipalities, community-based organizations, or teams of both, or teams of multiple municipalities that are, they must have environmental justice communities designated by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts that you're focused on doing your outreach in. It doesn't need to be exclusively in EJ communities, but it needs to have an emphasis. Your outreach needs to have an emphasis on those communities. Because these are the priority groups that we're really focused on, increasing participation in the energy efficiency programs, like Ruth mentioned, and they're all on the screen. Because we know that particularly in EJ communities, there are large concentrations of folks who fall into multiple of these categories. And that's really the goal, is to increase participation and remove barriers to participating for folks who are renting, who are English isolated, low and moderate income, and for small businesses. You know your community best. So through this partnership, you can try out methods to reach people that work best for where you live. And you may want to focus your efforts on a couple of these demographics more than others, depending on the needs of the communities that you're going to be working in. That's totally great and encouraged. I'll mention here too that the energy efficiency offerings that the teams are going to be promoting most through this partnership are weatherization, which includes insulation and air sealing, heating, cooling, and ventilation systems, or HVAC, and our small business turnkey program. There's definitely something for everyone when it comes to energy efficiency, and there are a number of other programs that we offer, but these are some of the high impact changes that are really accessible to most customers and provide a big difference on people's energy bills for their home or workplace comfort. And I know I've seen some of the comments in the chat. Communities can definitely focus on electrification in your marketing and outreach. Certainly that's one of our big focuses as energy efficiency program administrators over the next few years. We do have enhanced incentives for particularly for low and moderate income customers for heating systems. That includes switching from oil and propane to heat pumps. So we do want to support people, as well as 100% no cost for weatherization for rental units and low and moderate income customers. And there's always more, but I'll highlight that. Next slide. Oh, can you go back one slide, actually? Thank you. The program structure, really our partner teams are at the center of this. We want this to be, as Ruth said, a collaborative, place-based, and really flexible partnership that works best for you and is designed around what is going to work best in your community as far as outreach and encouraging participation, while offering a plenty of support from program administrators, program sponsors, as well as a vendor that will be hiring to help implement this and help make sure that it's successful and support you community partner teams, as well as us with coordination. So it'll be up to each team. You as a community partner team in your application, you'll identify what your annual goals are and how you want to spend your budget. Teams can apply for up to $60,000 a year. You don't have to apply for the same amount of money in each year. You can start off with smaller goals and smaller budget and build up over the following 2 years, because this is a 3-year partnership that we're looking for. I think I saw Martha in the chat calling out the energy advocate role. We encourage at least 5 to 10 hours a week. I know you're going to hear from Mass CEC more next week about the Empower program. You can absolutely build into your budget more than 10 hours a week for the energy advocate. You can combine it with other funds like from Empower to make it an even bigger position. And the energy advocate is really modeled off of the public health advocate role that we've learned a lot from. So for the public health folks out there, it's a similar type of role. Could be a retired person, could be a student, could be an existing staff person in the community, kind of however you want to build it. And there'll be also support to do community-based social marketing and multilingual media and marketing development. And we'll be here as program administrators to help guide the teams needed with setting your annual goals. We'll be providing training and supervision of the energy advocates, and we'll be supporting with training on community-based social marketing, data, technical assistance, and everything about the energy efficiency programs. Next slide. So in addition to the 12 communities that have worked with us across 2020 and 2021, there have been 12 communities that have worked with us a lot across the last couple of years, and the teams have held nearly 400 outreach events to date just in 2021 and reached over 65,000 customers across the communities in 2021, which is combined over the last couple of years, over 130,000 people have been reached. And all 9 of our teams this year are on track to meet their goals for 2021. I know you heard from Chelsea, from Fidel and Chelsea, and they are just they're totally rocking it and reaching all their goals, which is really exciting to see. And that takes me to the next slide, which is that we have profiles of several of the communities that have been working with us last 2 years. In addition to Fidel, you'll also see Joe Cosgrove from Methuen. And we also have another profile from City of Lawrence. And so in addition to the testimonials, you'll find application materials and more details, as well as a recording of a longer version of a webinar to find more information. Next slide. So that takes me to applications are due November 12th. We did have some informational webinars recently, but we are going to be posting a recording of that sometime in the next couple of days. And then the orientation is in early January. You will, if you apply, you will hear back within just a couple of weeks about whether your community team was selected. And we will put our email addresses in the chat. We highly encourage folks to apply. We do have a priority list of communities that will receive priority, although any team, again, that is proposing to work in EJ communities is definitely eligible to apply. So we're really excited to work with all of you and hope to hear from you.